Alright y'all, welcome to Hardcore Enduro, where it's all about getting out and riding the hard stuff. I'm George, the guy behind the bars and the voice behind the mic. And we're racing today at the Silver Kings Hard Enduro up in Prologue, Idaho. Let me tell you, this is such a beautiful place to ride. The climate, it's just the scenery, the mountain, the dirt, it's just like ideal, perfect riding conditions. And to start the prologue here, which is the Friday's pre-race to get you your seating time for the main race, they got a little Neurocross section, and it wasn't very hard. I just got stuck, flamed out there on the first little log, and I got stuck, but was able to do most of this Enduro log. It's a short little section. It was fun though. It gives the spectators a little, a little show time for the riders going through. You got to watch I'm racing the silver class. The bronze class did it first, so I came down and watched them go, and a lot of them were having a good old time through this. A lot of guys don't practice very much on logs, which I got my own little Neurocross section at my house, and I'm able to practice on logs, and I like them, even though I feel like some of my training just went out the window during the race. Sometimes the nerves just get to you, you know. But get through here pretty good. Didn't struggle too much. Now, a couple things I'd say about starting the race, both the prologue and the main race. You meet down in the town, down in the city of Kellogg, and you got this about 10-mile ride up to the top of the mountains. We're on the top of the ski mountain for the race to start here at the prologue. And everyone meets 8 o'clock, you take off, and you go through the streets, it's fine, but then you get on this dirty dirt road that goes up, and it's so damn dusty. You get to the top, your face is already covered in dust. And I just feel like, couldn't they get a water truck or something just to wet down this dirt road so you're already caked in dust before you even start the race. That was my one pet peeve. I'm like, get a water truck. I mean, I got a water truck on the farm. I know they got water trucks up there. They could borrow a water truck and just wet down that dirt road just a little bit, because we haven't even started the race and I'm just caked in dirt already. It's in my lungs. It's all over my face. My air filter probably needed to be changed out already. But anyways, enough of that. So the prologue is supposed to be about 3.7 miles for the silver class, and they got two major obstacles to go through, two big hill climbs basically. And the first big hill climb, which will be coming up, it's a beast, and I don't feel like I was prepared enough. Going back to the start as well. So another thing, I wasn't prepared. I didn't bring very much water with me because I was like 3.7 miles, and it's not going to take very long. And so I only brought like 1 liter of water, and then also the start of the race was almost over an hour later. So it was my start time was supposed to be 10:30 or 10:28, but it's almost an hour later, and I haven't eaten since about 6:30 in the morning. So I think for all the riders, if you didn't bring enough food, or if this is your first time doing Silver Kings, you're kind of just a little unprepared for the wait and how long everything's going to take to get started here. So knowing what I know now, I'm going to be a lot more prepared for next year. Definitely going to come back next year. It's just an awesome venue. I couldn't say enough. It was beautiful. The lodging, they got stuff for the kids to do, your family to do down at the town. It's just a great event. So here we got a little, got to go up here through the trees, and you got two lines, which are, you got the hard line and then the harder line on the left. So my strategy of this weekend of comparing it to my last hard enduro is just be patient. Don't kill yourself or gas yourself right in the beginning. You know, if there's a hard obstacle and there's an easier line, I'm going to be patient today and just try to take it a little bit easier in the beginning than I did last time. Last time I was just trying to hit every hard obstacle, and I just got so gassed so early that it just was torture the rest. I mean, it's still going to be torture anyways, but just trying to prolong myself to let, make that torture a little bit farther away. So, anyways, I'm waiting for this right line to open up. The left line, it's got a big root and then a tree that's fallen across where that guy jumped over it, which is really good. Right here, my boot got caught on my bike, and I went to put my left leg out, and it got caught. I don't know, maybe my kickstand or something, but it made me lose my balance and get myself in a little rut here. But I do have to pivot over, and then I'm going to do a little rock back and get going here. And you can see what I love about hard enduro, and it'll on the hill climb and other areas it'll get pointed out, but it's like no mercy about how people are trying to get through. They will run you over, they will dart their bike right into your bike. You're going left and right. I mean, everyone's trying any direction, any possible way to get up to an obstacle. And I love that. I love that it's just kind of chaotic at times of trying to get through things. On this climb right here, a lot of these wood sections, just a lot of exposed roots, and you just got to keep that momentum up. It is kind of hard. It's such an incline, and to keep balance on the pegs. Here's a little log I was trying to cross. Got the front end over, got the back over. Now, I'm running the Ibex, the Kenda Ibex on the rear. It's used. I think this is the 5th time I've used it. It's been actually on one race, the sprint enduro I did 2 weeks ago. And it's used. I got a couple of the knobs in the middle that have chunked out, and then a lot of them are just got that split, so they're really folding back. So the tire could have been changed out, but I wanted to have a completely fresh one for the main event. I mean, this is just a seating race, and I know I'm not in any worry about getting a good seat time, so I know I'm going to be in the back of the pack, and that's fine with me. So I want to get one more ride out of this tire before I switch it, put the fresh one on for tomorrow. Tomorrow I'll be running a JX8 for my RC, which that's a really good one. It was great, but for the big hill climbs, it doesn't have the tallest knobs, the biggest knobs. I had another one in the truck with a lot meatier knobs on there, which I think for big hill climbs have really done a little bit better. The JX8 is just it's super soft. It has one of the softest carcasses, and gummy, just knobs, and you just squish them so easy with your fingers. So over the roots, and I know there's a creek section we got to go through with slippery rocks. That's what I was gearing my bike towards. But the big bit on the Prologue, knowing next year going into it, I'll probably put on a bigger knob tire. I mean, you could even go even a hard like the Evo, the M5B from IRC, just that hill climbing tire. It would have, I mean, it's almost like a paddle. This big hill climb, not this one. It'll be coming up. You'll see. It would have done a lot better than the JX, or than the Kenda I have now, or even the JX8. A lot of people running the JX8. I mean, for the roots and the creek sections, I think the JX8 is just one of the best tires for that. There was a split right here, so this Prologue went left on race to the main event. You turned right there, so you can go up this. Front tire, I caught a rip there and just slid out. There's a lot of these. You get on this kind of slanted hill here, and there's these little like finger-like roots. It'd be really slick. My front tire is still that Shinko 546. It's kind of a hard tread tire, which in the dirt loamy stuff, perfect for. But hitting that hard root, he just makes it slide out. The guy ahead of me here, he's struggling quite a bit. So I'm just waiting for him to get out of the way. Part of my strategy is not force myself. But then I watch these guys go right around him. And I'm like, I probably couldn't do that, but I said if there's no reason to force myself in a bad line, I'm not going to hit it. So waited for him to get out of the way, and then was able to get up there. No problem. Still feeling pretty good. Lactic acid definitely. My forearms are pumped. Coming in, so this weekend, 2 weeks ago, I raced the Fool's Gold Sprint Enduro, and I was feeling really good. I And then last weekend I got sick. I was in bed both Sunday and Monday. Basically did nothing all day. Didn't get to put any hours on the bike since the full school sprint enduro. And it just shot. My stamina just went down to nothing. I still had a lot of phlegm and congestion going on during this race. And the whole race, I was just having like snot rockets and everything just keep coming out of my nose. The worst possible condition going into this level of hard enduro. I was just, my body was not ready. I know Kyle gets so pissed at me whenever I say I'm not in condition, but being sick that Sunday and Monday where I was just kind of in bed all day and then not able to put any hours on the bike the whole 2 weeks prior to this, it's just really hurting me right now. And I knew that going in, so that was what was going on my strategy of why, you know, I'm just going to be patient, try to pick an easier line. Don't force myself to be really exerting more energy than is absolutely necessary. Coming down, there's so we're on a ski resort here, so you had a lot of just real long downhill rocky descents, similar to what like you'd get on the Loop 2 of a Hare and Hound out in Spangler or Johnson Valley. So used to the downhills. Of course, I watched Tristan Hart's downhill. I mean, if you watch Tristan Hart's Prologue, which I'm sure you have, the speed that he's able to do this is just insane. I mean, he does not slow down. I look like I'm a turtle, like I'm going backwards in time. Whereas my eyes can't even register. It can't keep up with how fast he's riding. Like I don't even know how he doesn't just smack right into a tree, because I can't even pick up the stuff that he's able to pick up. He's just going so fast. Stuff's flying so fast by him. I don't know how he's able to just keep it all together and control the bike the way he does. He's just incredible. So here's that really big hill, and this was stopping everyone. Right at the top there's a big line of zigzags. Everyone's waiting in line, and you can go left, straight. I mean, you can go far right. You can go anywhere. So my first attempt, I'm going to go straight. And usually straight for hill climbs, the straighter you can get a hill climb, the better it is. But it's very bumpy here. It's got some dips. And the first attempt, you know, definitely coming in too slow. Need to be really on that gas. And I'm going to get up here and my bike, I'm going to fall on this guy in the red. My bike's going to fall right on him. Watch this. That's hard enduro for you. I'm telling you, it's no mercy. You will run people over. The main event tomorrow, I didn't have it on video, but I did a pivot turn around a tree, and I came off the bike. The bike just took off like a dart down the mountain and just totally slammed a guy about 20 feet down from me. I felt so bad. But he's like, oh, no, I'm fine, man. I'm good. He knows. He's done hard enduros. He knows it can be chaotic. So I'm going to go down, and I'm going to try two more. So I'm going to go down and try the left run up. I'm going to take 2 tries at that. I get down to the bottom, though, and there's a dude that watched my videos, so that was pretty cool. He said, hey, man, I like your videos, watch him. So that's always fun. Makes me feel like all this work and the hours and hours and hours I spend editing videos and driving my wife crazy because I gotta go hide in a hole somewhere to do my voiceovers and video editing. There he is.
Yeah, there's been another one. I gotta go on. I'll put you in it. There you are.
There he is. So I'm wearing a chesty mount today, and I don't wear chesty mounts because it's too low. And for me, I do a lot of sitting. It's just too low for the sitters. The chest mount is better when you sit a lot on the bike. So I apologize for the crappy footage from the chesty. But here we go. Here's up the left run. And it's going to be the weaker. The second run did a lot better. And I feel like I should have done it at least another time. in my mind, this isn't the biggest hill I've ever done in my life. It's not the steepest hill by far, and I've done a lot worse. So in my mind, I'm like, why am I not getting up this? So here I go. Just, you can hear the RPMs are way too low. I'm in third. I need to be coming in hotter in third, and it really needs to be just full gas. In fact, they call this hill full gas. I need to just be full gas coming in third. Now right here, I'm about the same height as the people in line there on the first little zig, and I could side hill over to get in line, but I'm like, I can do better. I can get higher. So I'm gonna go down and get one more run at this. So here we are. This is attempt number 3. And I'm gonna do a little bit better, but it's the same thing. My RPM, I don't know if it was really bumpy, but you can just feel that RPM needs to get up there. The 4-stroke has so much, the 450 has so much torque, so even running low RPM, it still has a lot of pull. But it's not the power, it's the speed and momentum that I need, because you just start digging a hole and you don't go anywhere. So even that I should have went down and made one more attempt and really just been on that gas. But here I am. I'm going to side hill over. I'm a lot higher than I was last time, so I figured, well, I'm going to hit that about halfway through the pack there and start going through that little zig and zag. You see, it just wasn't moving very fast. And bottlenecks and waiting in line, it's part of hard enduro. If you've never done a hard enduro and you think, I'm just gonna go past everyone and I'm just gonna one-shot this, and you get pissed off if you gotta wait in line, well, that is going to happen. There's no way around it in hard enduro unless you're one of the top tier guys. The top gear, top 50 guys in A rider, the A class here, the silver class, they're very good riders. I think anyone would want to be at their level. It would be awesome. But everyone behind that, we're in the struggle bus for most of the race. And even the top guys can be in the struggle bus as well. So anyways, I'm gonna get in line here. Now, there's some people coming up timing riders out. So they had a cutoff time they didn't want people to go through, and because they got the pros coming in after the silver class. Now the pros, where that tree line is over there, that's where the pros are going at. So they don't even go on the same hill. They go on that through the trees, which I'm telling you, go watch Tristan Hart's Prologue. It's amazing. Like there's the top 50 guys of A riders that are just phenomenal. And then there's the pros, which are even next level. And then you got like the top 3 riders of the pros, which is Tristan, Cody, Ryder LeBlanc. Those guys, they're just next level. And even Tristan, I think he separates himself. He's top 3 in the world. I think you got like Manny Ledbeckler, Billy Bolt, and Tristan. Those 3 guys are
looks like that's where it gets
at a level all around. It's like ultra. They should have ultra pro. Because the way he goes through, he passes pros like they're going backwards. Anyways, a really side hill section here. The guy behind me, he was struggling. I was struggling a little bit. So I said, if you help me get through, I'll help you. Which hard enduro, a lot of that goes on. There's certain sections where you got to team up. If you're on the struggle bus, you got to team up. It saves you actually so much energy and time to just team up with someone to get through. So he's just doing that little bit of tire pull in the front and just easy feathering that throttle, trying to prevent any wheel spin to prevent that back tire from going down. So I'm going to go up here and then I go back and get him, pull him through. I guess it could be a dick and take off, but I'm not that guy. I'm going to help you out. I did a lot of helping out. I feel like there was some times, I don't know if I was helping actually. I might have been just slowing them down by trying to help. I was so, on the main event, tomorrow's main event, I helped out, you know, there's certain sections where you're helping the guys out and you're so completely exhausted that you actually feel like you're dragging them down instead of helping them out. But we get up here a little bit where you can see just there's a little bit of trail enough to keep your bike on. You got to go up there. There's a right-hand pivot, which I'm gonna do a good pivot. I'm gonna pat myself on the back for this one coming up. I was impressed. You know when it mattered? Right here. Here we go for the pivot. Bam! Right on the trail. Look at that. Well done. Good job, Georgie. Now the rest of this is not too hard. I don't know what the holdup was here. Now, like I said, hard enduro, you gotta expect bottlenecks and waiting in line. But there was no hard obstacle here other than just staying on the line. And so I don't know what why people are going so slow. You had to make a left-hand pivot up there, which maybe that was taking a while.
That was easy.
See the pros going up just on the right there, the tree line? Those are the pros going up. So they're the same steepness, but with trees, bushes, and all kinds of stuff in the way. Just incredible. And they're going. You can see they're moving. Now coming up, see this guy who just comes up the hill? He's one of the core staff guys out here. And he's letting people know we're timed out. And but we're like, yeah, we're going to finish this. We don't care we're timed out. He was kind of getting a little testy with the riders, saying they didn't want us in the course to be blocking the way for the pros. And like, yeah, we get that, and we're still gonna go. But good, man, he was good because he was going up and down and up and down and up and down. He was like, man, he should be racing this, but he was just a staff guy helping out. But he was easily going up and down the mountain while we were struggling. But I don't think the pros definitely don't want us in their way, but they're so used to passing people. I don't know if it bothers them that much. And even big bottleneck areas, they go right through everyone. Yeah, and people know that, and they will definitely get out of the pros' way and try to help them out. All right, we got a left-hand pivot, so I did good on the right-hand pivot. Let's go, Georgie. Let's do this left-hand. Now it's really steep. The bike's almost completely standing on his back tire. Not as clean. I mean, I get over there. It took a little bit longer, but done, you know. So you can see we're at the end. There's only 2 guys behind me. Everyone else, there was a lot of people that just went down because that guy said they're timed out, and they're like, there's no. I can see the mentality of they're timed out. They didn't feel like there's any more use of risk tiring themselves out for the main event or even damaging their bike. But for me, not being on the bike for 2 weeks, I wanted to put as much time on the bike today as I could to get me in the mood for the hard enduro tomorrow, the main event. All right, here my back tire, I got this grass. Got a little patch of grass on the right there. There's a little patch of grass under me. And I'm telling you, that grass was like ice. It was so slick. And I'm waiting. I'm backing up, waiting, rocking, and it just sliding. So one benefit of being in the position I was that all the pros have gone through. So we get over here, instead of a lot of the guys got up here and they got diverted, so they didn't get to go through the rest of the course, and they let us through. There wasn't hardly anyone left. So right here is a really steep drop down. I mean, that GoPro does it. It is steep, and the shell loose rock is not firm at all. You can listen to it. It is giving way left and right, and they're big chunks of rock, and every rock is sliding and moving under you. It is not firm at all.
That's sketchy.
Yeah, it's sketchy. I wish the GoPro had some way. That's because the super view or the wide view, it warps the screen, so that's where you lose a lot of the steepness look or aspect of the videos, because the GoPro warps the picture. But it was hairy, and it's a big open area. You could go left, and I watched Tristan. He cut across like this. Some other guys, they went to the right-hand side. So I just love the hard enduro. There's not one main line. There are certain areas where there is a main line, but I mean, if you can go another way, as long as you're within bounds, you're good to go. I mean, if you can get through it, you just make your own line. You don't have to be on a main line. A lot of times the main line is the worst line, and maybe the easiest line, but it's the slowest, or it could be just the worst line. So sometimes finding a new line or just totally going a different direction than everyone else would be a big help. And I'll point that out later. Well, I don't think I think I gave up before the next. There's the second big hill climb. If you watch Tristan Hart's video, the main line goes up through the trees and zigzags through the trees. Well, he just goes left of all the trees and just jams up. I mean, he's passing people left and right because they stayed in the main line. He just went out of it and avoided all their mess and just went right around everyone. Just amazing. So I think about that kind of stuff too. Right. I don't think I'm applying it, but I'm thinking about it. All right, another really cool thing about this hard enduro is the spectators. You know, they got the chairlifts going and the gondolas going, and so your friends and family come up, they get a chance to ride up the mountain and see a lot of the action. It's just really good. So hard enduros do a great job of trying to get spectators in on the action. You know, a lot of other races don't do that. You start, you're gone, they never see you again. Anyways, folks, it's got to be a short one today. Down here is the start of the next big hill climb. I made 2 attempts out of it, and then the sweepers were there trying to get everyone to go back to the start line. So I had to call it. Good prologue. It was tough, and I think it gave all the riders a good taste of what was in store for them tomorrow, because it's gonna bring it. Anyways, until the main event comes out, get out and ride and get some.